Hi guys, I felt like I wanted to release a song today. This is a song that I wrote almost a year ago, and I got it in the form of a tongue. And then as I prayed about it, I got the words, and it's called the Salvation Song. It talks about the wells of salvation being opened and those who are as spiritually dead coming forth from the grave. And I had gotten this almost a year ago after we had been in the northwest corner of our state, Montana. My husband and I had been on a four-corner tour. We started in that northwest corner. We had driven some stakes, planted some flags, read Ezekiel 37, and then we met up with John and Jolene Hamill the next day in Whitefish. And this, I believe this experience brought forth this song. There was a consensus among the four of us, my husband and John and Jolene and I, that there was an ancient portal of a sort in that corner, just almost that there was some things that Montana was on an ancient pathway, some purposes that the Lord was birthing and bringing forth. And we know that if you've been following any of the prophetic words that the 50-state tour brought forth, Chuck and Dutch had said that Montana was a type of a womb. So I think there's something that is coming forth from even that word, you know, just our piece in part. Many others have had parts as well. But I saw in this profound experience, I saw the hand of God come down out of heaven and drive a tent peg into the ground. It was so powerful. Every time his hand would strike the stake, I would physically, literally drop to the ground. And I knew that it was a tent peg of revival. Later, I found out that it was the year of the tent peg, or the Vav. I did not know that then. But I knew that this tent peg was one of revival, and it was associated with Isaiah 54. In some way, it had to do with the expansion, like spread wide the tent curtains, and also fruitfulness and a release of barrenness. We know that the barren woman had no children and was desolate, but then she had more children than that of the married woman. And I heard the Lord talk about children of the promise, of course, being a revelation, you know, from that we are spiritual children of Abraham, all those who inherit salvation. So let me read the words. I don't have a singing voice. You will discover that shortly. So I'm going to play a one-finger melody so that you can get how the song fits with the words, and then I'll just play it on the piano. But let me read the words. The hills cry out for your salvation. The rocks cry out, and also the cave. Release, release the wells of salvation. Bring those out, Lord, who are dead from the grave. So I think there's an anointing on this song. As I played it that first morning, my husband came in from outside and asked me what I was doing. And I was like, well, I'm playing the salvation song. Why are you asking? And he said that there were 5 or 6 hawks circling our house, and they wouldn't leave. They even at one point tried to land on his arm or something. So I think that was a confirmation that, you know, we know from Romans that all of creation groans for the manifestation of the sons and daughters of God, for the plans and purposes that he has to come forth. So I'll play the one-finger melody for you first. The hills cry out for your salvation. The rocks cry out, and also the cave. Release, release the wells of salvation. Bring those out, Lord, who are dead from the grave. I did tell you I couldn't sing. All right, well, thanks for joining us and just coming into agreement with us that the Lord is releasing salvation, opening the wells, bringing forth those that were dead from the grave. Appreciate your support. If you didn't have a chance to watch our video on the main page, our main webpage, www.starfireministries.org, we do have a whole documentation of what we did on the Four Corner Tour and more about John and Jolene Hamill's visit with us in Whitefish too. I'll give you more information if you haven't had a chance to see that. So thanks. Love you. Bye.